Let's change gears to Vita Vea, because that was actually kind of the bigger story. I know this was kind of like a sidebar story today. It's big. Don't get it twisted. We're talking about the franchise quarterback here, but at the same time, we're expecting Baker Mayfield to practice and play and be the quarterback this year. It's a little uncertain with Vita Vea, who came out and said he wants a trade. Is that posturing, Rick? Is that just a tactic to? And will he be placated? Will he be satisfied with a pay bump, or is he really angling for a multi-year contract extension, given the fact he's 31?
It sounds like he wanted to be a Buck for life, whatever that means these days. You know, they made Mike Evans a Buck for life. It lasted 2 years, and they went to San Francisco. So, you know, life continued. But for Vita Vea at 31, I think he understood and understands that, you know, that clock's ticking pretty loud at defensive tackle at that age. Now, is he underpaid? Yeah. I mean, at $17 million a year, he's not near the top 10 yet. And I think he's a top 10 defensive tackle in this league. It just so happens that the guys that got those big raises, most of them are under the age of 30, and he's not. But, man, you just, you know, you look at the comparative numbers in the last 2 years, and I wrote some down here. You know, Vea has had 104 pressures, 29 with double teams, and 11 sacks. Then you get a guy like Jeffrey Simmons with 109 pressures, 26 double teams, and 17 sacks. Dexter Lawrence, 70 pressures, 10 sacks. Those guys are younger, but Vita Vea has been dominant at his position without question in that same range. And so, you know, what can he hope for? Well, if he said that I'm going to hold out, I don't think he wants a $50,000 fine. They let him hold in mandatory minicamp. What I'm curious about, and we'll find out, I guess, tomorrow, are they going to let him do that again? Because if you're the Buccaneers, what's the upside of saying, you know, because he said, I want to be traded. He didn't say, let's keep talking. I don't want to practice until I have a deal. No, I'm done with the Buccaneers. I want to go someplace else. And certainly there's going to be a lot of teams, I'm sure, that are calling the Bucs already and asking them if this is a possibility, because he's going to make any team instantly better, as he would the Tampa Bay Bucs. How do they replace or play without him? I know they've had to do it at times before, but Ruben Bain isn't as good. Yaya Diaby isn't as good. Your linebackers aren't as good. And they've got two new ones there probably. So this is such a centerpiece, literally, of their defense that I don't know how you always want to be able to back a guy out. You want to give him a way out when he kind of backs up against the wall. So he has a path home, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
What's the path here? They keep talking. I mean, he hasn't said, I want to keep talking. I didn't get what I wanted. He said, I want out. And that's a different mood altogether.
Yeah, Greg, we've seen Vita Vea play last year, all 17 games, and he only missed one game in previous seasons. He's been a picture of health ever since he has been training with Indomitian Sue, right? Yeah. Interesting how Sue kind of came out with that video reporting his guy like immediately afterwards, and Sue being the financial advice guy. I'm sure that he probably told Vita, what are you doing, man? Come on. Like, you need to get your coin and get it now. But let me ask you this. We've seen Vita Vea play without Calijah Kancey, Greg, but we have not seen Calijah Kancey play without Vita Vea. And this is a player, too, that first-round draft pick, 2023 draft. They just picked up his fifth-year option. He's playing in a fourth year of his contract right now. They need to see him be healthy and productive this year in order to really see that fifth-year option. We saw this team pick up the fifth-year option for Vernon Hargraves and then cut him. I don't think they're going to cut Calijah Kancey, but you know, if you're going to be paying all that money for Calijah Kancey next year on the fifth-year option, he's got to produce. What is life if, let's say, Vita Vea decides to hold out maybe the first 7 games? What's it like for Ruben Bain and Yaya Diaby and Calijah Kancey without him?
Yeah, I mean, he makes life easier for everyone around him. And, I mean, he's been that anchor that they've built their defense around since before Todd Bowles got here. Yeah. So it's all Todd Bowles has known as well. So when he talks about him being irreplaceable, that's a great place to start. As much change as they want in their front seven, he's the constant. He's where it starts. And you can have Kancey. And I think they've added some bigger bodies. I think they definitely made a point this offseason to add size. There's Ashawn Robinson. You add him. You add Raheem Nunez-Roches, who's a bigger guy. Even DeMonte Capehart. Okay, you add a rookie with some size. None of them are Vita Vea, though. They're all complementary pieces to help Vita and work with him. I don't think they could entertain the possibility of trading him without acknowledging that there'd be a much worse defense, especially against the run, without him. Even if you got a D-tackle back as part of a trade, it wouldn't be Vita. And I think they know that. So, again, we look back on this now, and they clearly kind of misjudged Mike Evans and how much he wanted to stay. Yeah. And I think they're trusting right now that Vita Vea will play out this year. But there's that uncomfortable, what if he doesn't? And what do they do, and how do they handle that? Because every day that passes and you haven't traded for him and you're still assuming he's the core leader, anchor of this defense, you're counting on that, and you lose some leverage with that as well.
Yeah. Rick, I've covered this team for 31 years. You a little bit longer, my friend. The defensive,
not much longer, 37.
Not much longer. Just a little.
Fair. I mean, let's not put me in a grave just yet. 1 foot, maybe.
Yeah. So I look at it like this. I've never seen the nose tackle position this stacked in Tampa Bay before, that if there's ever a good time that this is going to happen, you do have Ashawn Robinson, who, if we can just admire the mugshot here. I mean, my God. I mean, I'm scared to death of this guy. He's a nice guy. We've interviewed him, right? But I mean, you see this
mugshot. Look at that. Look at that face.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about ass kicker. That's what this guy is. That's what he wakes up wanting to do. And I'm here for it. But you have Ashawn Robinson. You bring back Nacho from the Super Bowl team. You've got DeMonte Capehart, as Greg was talking about, 5th round pick, who's athletic as all get out, just hasn't lived up to that, that talent yet. You've got Jason Jones, who I think we've all seen him out there. He's a freak, 6'6", 335 pounds. Hasn't done anything yet, but still, I'm anxious to see what he can do. You have Elijah Simmons, who played a couple snaps last year as well. You've got some bodies there. Vita Vea is a unicorn, though. We all acknowledge that. Even at 31, he's better than all those guys. But having said that, this team has invested big-term money into some aging players. And we've all seen the likes of Simeon Rice literally injure the shoulder, fall off the map at age 31 in Tampa. We've seen Shaq Barrett in year 2 of his 4-year mega extension tear the Achilles and never be the same at age 30. We've seen Jason Pierre-Paul win a Super Bowl the next year in 2021, hurt the shoulder in week 1, and at age 32 was never the same. We saw Ryan Jensen get a 4-year deal in his early 30s, get injured on the first day of training camp, career-ending injury. He's done. Ali Marpet, was a surprise retirement. He probably should still be playing for this team. There's been a lot of comings and goings right around the age of 30. Marpet was by choice. The others were really by injury. But, we talked about unicorns and Vita Vea being one, but is he a Cam Hayward, Rick, who can play for 5 or 6 more years at a really high level?